This Tuesday is Valentine's Day, a chance for lovers to express their feelings and spend time together. In today's program, we meet an old couple living in southwest China's Guizhou province who are greeting their 90th Valentine's Day. Their story demonstrates the real essence of this special occasion. Let's take a look.
On high, we'd be two lovebirds flying wing to wing. On earth, two trees with branches twined from spring to spring. This affectionate verse was written over 1,200 years ago by Chinese poet Bai Juyi. Now, many Chinese netizens are using the verse to describe this special couple, 109-year-old Yang Shenzhong and his wife, 106-year-old Jin Jifen. Jin married Yang when she was only 16. In this remote village, their marriage has lasted for 90 years. They were confirmed as the oldest couple in China by the Geriatric Society of China last year. Moreover, according to records, they are probably the oldest couple in the entire world. Like many Chinese couples back in the 1920s, their marriage was arranged by their parents when they were still children. But when they first met as teenagers, they had feelings for each other.
The matchmaker visited both of our families and asked our parents whether they were happy with such an arrangement. Her parents asked her if she liked me, and she said yes.
Jin still remembers that Yang used to come to her house and help her mother with housework, but she kept running away from him because she was too shy.
She was a pretty girl back then, really pretty.
Due to poverty, rural weddings in the old days were quite simple. The family of the groom prepared some simple gifts and hired a sedan chair to bring the bride to her new home.
I went to her house to pick her up. I prepared some food and some clothes for her, and she came to my house in a sedan chair.
After getting married, they stayed in the village and both worked in the fields. They had 4 children, but their eldest son died. The other 3, 2 daughters and 1 son, are all grandparents themselves now. Altogether, Yang and Jin have 14 grandchildren and 10 great-grandchildren. Their youngest daughter got married in North China's Hebei province, more than 2,000 kilometers away from where they live. 50 years ago, the old couple travelled the long distance to visit their daughter. That was the only long trip they made in their 90-year marriage. Apart from that, they have rarely left this village.
We went to Hebei province. My son-in-law asked us if we wanted to visit Beijing. He offered to take us there, but I thought it might cost a lot of money, so we didn't go.
Now they're still living with their 60-year-old son in this traditional wooden house surrounded by trees and flowers. The outside world has gone through drastic changes in the past 90 years, but for them, life on the plateau is always simple.
Some people rushed into our village. They said they were trying to escape a war outside, but it didn't change our life much.
Apart from farming, Yang worked as a carpenter when he was young. He built this house for his family decades ago. The house was constructed with wood, without one single piece of metal, not even a nail. People from this village and other nearby villages also hired him to build houses and make furniture. He was able to feed the family with his skill. There were also hard times for them when the harvest was poor and the demand for carpentry was weak. The couple had to sell all their valuables, including their wedding gifts, to get food. This old table in their living room came to this family with the bride, and it's the only thing left that has witnessed their entire 90-year marriage. But no matter how hard their life was, they were always there for each other.
Life was really hard. Our clothes were old and torn.
Now we can afford some new clothes, but we're too old for fancy clothing.
We are farmers. We don't know much about history, but we've been through some hard times together. Our life is much better now. In fact, we are having the best time in our life. We don't work to make money now. The government gives us subsidies. That never happened in the old days.
The old couple is known in their village for being kind and gentle. They've never had any conflict with their fellow villagers, and people respect them. Sometimes they argued with each other over small issues in life, but that never lasted for too long.
Of course we quarreled. Even now he cannot help arguing with me from time to time. He often walks away when I talk back, but he will be back soon.
They don't remember the details of those quarrels. What they always remember is the affection and care they feel for each other.
He cares about me. When I went to work, he used to bring my coat to me.
Sitting around the stove and playing with their cats is their favourite pastime in the winter. Yang's hearing is now bad. His wife needs to speak loud when trying to have a conversation with him. Most of the time they just sit together quietly. After living under the same roof for 90 years, a glance or a gesture is enough for them. They've been working hard for their entire life. The villagers said they still worked in the fields when they were 80 years old. Now, although they can't do farm work, they still insist on sharing part of the housework. When people ask them the secret of their longevity, they say, keep working.
I have been working my entire life. I can still do it. I keep telling them to stop working. I can take care of it, but they insist. Work is part of their life and keeps them healthy.
The villagers believe that the secret of the old couple's longevity also lies in the wonderful natural environment on the plateau and their healthy diets. The transportation between the village and the outside world relies on small paths dug out from the mountain. Villagers rarely go to the outside world. They plant vegetables and raise pigs for food and get drinking water from wells. In recent years, the old couple saw many young people leave the village and go to find jobs in big cities. And more new things are coming to enrich their life. Their children and grandchildren come back for a family reunion during the Spring Festival holiday. One of their grandsons got into college a while ago. The village celebrated the big news with a banquet of over 20 tables. The old couple had no idea what a college was like, but they knew that it meant their grandson would have the chance to experience things they could hardly imagine and have a better future, which made them happy and proud. Although their health is not suitable for long-distance travel, Jin said she still wants to go to Beijing with her husband, a trip that they gave up for financial reasons 50 years ago. After their story was posted online late last year, it attracted millions of followers. Some said the old couple exemplified the true values of love and family, and some said the story gave them confidence to find love in this rapid changing world. Many people come to this small village to visit the old couple and ask them for marriage advice. Yang and Jin told visitors that a happy marriage only requires 2 peaceful minds and 2 grateful hearts.